Investors in Silicon Valley say they've come up with an idea to avoid paying taxes forever. How? Well, by creating a permanent floating communities in international waters, which are free from regulation. It is way too early to inquire. They're just talking about it right now, and who knows how much that's actually going to cost. But, you can't help but think, what can we do now to prepare for taxes and mitigate, hopefully, those taxes in the future?
Interesting concept, creating a community on international waters. I like that concept. So always somebody's looking for ways to try to keep the government away from your money, and I think that's important. This time of year, as you're getting ready to meet with your CPA or accountant or get your taxes filed, don't be the person that just files your taxes and put it away. In fact, what you want to do is you want to have our office create a 2024 tax roadmap for you. So in the 2024 tax roadmap, what we're going to do is we're going to be able to input your information into our system, and then we're going to go through a tax savers checklist. Within the tax savers checklist, we're going to identify 25 different things to try to keep the government away from your money. The Honorable Learned Hand, the judge, once said, there's two systems of taxation, one for the informed and one for the uninformed. So you could be paying more in taxes than what you're obligated to do, and it's not your constitutional duty to pay one more dollar to the U.S. government than what you have to do. And so using the tax savers checklist and creating your 2024 tax roadmap can be a fantastic way to do that. And if you call our office, 419-794-3030, we'll get that prepared for you. In fact, the first 5 callers, we'll do that complimentary to get your tax savers checklist. Have the to put that together for you. But when you're preparing for taxes in the future, it's fair to say that tax rates most certainly are probably going to go up for everybody. The current administration has thrown around this, we're not going to raise taxes on people making less than $400,000. But is that true? Do we believe what the politicians say? Probably not, right? Read my lips, no more taxes, no new taxes, right? So it's been going on for a long time. And in fact, under the current law, the tax rates are set to change in a few short years. So there's some steps that you can take now to try to reduce that. The other thing that's really unique about this moment in time, 2024, is the fact that our national debt has surpassed $34 trillion and continues to balloon out of control. Now, one way that we could pay off the national debt is we could go to every man, woman, and child, and we can ask them to write a check to the government. And the check to the government, right now it stands at the first time it's over $100,000 per person. So even a baby who doesn't pay any taxes yet, or somebody who doesn't pay taxes, they currently owe the federal government, according to usdebtclock.org, $101,832. Or if you wanted to spread out that tax liability to the taxpayers and just say, okay, U.S. taxpayers, you pay the bill. That bill right now is $264,945. Now, we're spending more money on the federal debt to gross domestic product ratio than what we're bringing in. Right now, we're spending 122.7% when you look at debt to GDP ratio. And we haven't done this since the World War. So we're amassing a significant amount of debt. Now, if you want to compound this problem even further, what you can do is you can look at the debt that we have with the unfunded Social Security, Medicare, and other U.S. unfunded liabilities is another $212 trillion that we have. So massive, massive debt problems that we have right within our country. But again, we could talk and poke fun at the government or political leaders all day long. We can't control what laws they put in place. We can certainly vote, decide who to elect. But at the end of the day, you can control your individual situation. So here's some easy steps on how to get kind of prepared for future taxes. Number one is organize your finances. So keep your financial records well organized, maintain accurate records of income, expenses, and important documents. Number two is understand your tax situation. Be aware of your current tax situation, including your tax bracket, deductions, credits, or other things that you may be eligible for. Number 3 is you want to maximize your retirement savings contributions. So things like continuing to contribute to a 401k, maybe an IRA or some type of tax advantage retirement plan that can help you in a situation and reduce some of your taxable income now. Number 4 is using tax efficient investments. So consider investing in things that are more tax efficient to minimize the taxes that you pay on your investment gains. Number 5 is to take advantage of tax credits and deductions. So staying informed about available tax credits and deductions is going to allow you to ensure to take advantage of all those eligible credits and deductions, reducing your tax liability. Number 6 is you want to plan for capital gains and losses. So towards the end of the year, you should be meeting or hearing from your financial professional that says, hey, this is how we're going to take steps to either buy or sell different investments based upon a capital gain, loss, gain strategy. Number 7, you want to explore tax advantage savings accounts. So contributing things like a health savings account, maybe a 529 plan for educational expenses. Number 8 is consider tax efficient withdrawal strategies. So when you're looking at your retirement accounts and you're deciding, do I take money from the IRA, the Roth IRA, the non-retirement account, the sequence of how you take those withdrawals out can make a big impact not only in your tax bracket, but it can impact things on like what you pay for health insurance costs. So these things kind of compound in the savings, and they can also compound on the problems. Number 9 is taking advantage and keeping abreast of the tax law changes. Generally speaking, I think every year there's certain tax law changes that go into effect. So knowing what those tax law changes are and knowing how to take advantage of those become very important. Number 2 is review and adjust your withholdings. Number 11 is to consult with a tax professional. And number 12 is to kind of plan for major life events. One of the things one of our YouTube commenters pointed out is the fact of what is called the widower's tax trap, and the fact that, have you thought about the impact of what taxes will be ultimately when one of the spouses passes away? Because you go from a joint filing taxes to single. And now that you're collecting the higher of the two Social Security and living on the same type of income, that can be a major tax impact when that major life event happens. So the bottom line, Chris, is I think, again, people that don't have a strategy in place, let's get one in place. And what we're going to do for you, again, is we're going to do 2 things. Number 1 is we're going to create a 2024 tax roadmap for you, showing you kind of how to lay that out. And then we're going to walk you through our 25-point system, the Tax Savers Checklist. And again, the first 5 callers that give our office a call or shoot us an email and ask for that Tax Savers report, we'll do that complimentary. Happy to help out and provide that information to them.
And the number to take advantage of this, 419-794-3030. There are things I think that we hope certainly are going to happen in the future, and there are things that we are pretty positive are going to happen. We hope that our accounts grow over the course of the next 5 years, 10 years, however long it's going to be before you retire. And we also know that money or the tax rates are probably going to have to go up in the future. So would you rather want to consider paying some of the taxes now on a lower nest egg or whatever it may be down the line? I think everyone out there wants to pay as little as possible. And so that starts by having this Tax Savers Checklist done. 419-794-3030. You can also schedule a time online as well on the website, and that is at arhq.com.